Hey everybody, Sophie here, and Winry. Winry is here with me too. Say hi, Winry. So the question today is, what is the question today? I made a list. Question today is, why does my hedgehog growl at me? So hedgehogs can actually growl. That's a thing that they can do. When they growl at you or kind of like make that sniffing noise and then they kind of pop themselves up is a very, very natural defense mechanism that is bred into them. In the wild, that's how they defend themselves. Hedgehogs don't have very good vision during the day because they are technically nocturnal. So when they hear something nearby or when you're leaning over their cage and you're casting a shadow, they can sense that you're there and they don't know it's you. They can't smell you right away or, they just can't recognize you. So they're going to immediately go into a defense mode. And it's not that they hate you. It's not that they don't, know who you are. It's just that in that moment, that's their instinct. So, for example, when Thorin was a baby, he was my first hedgehog, I didn't want him to be scared of me when I would go to his cage. So I would always talk to him in the same voice. And I would say things like, "Hey, Thorin," and he would get used to my voice and he wouldn't be as much in a defense mode as he would be if he didn't know it was me. So that's something to think about. Your hedgehog does not hate you. Your hedgehog is growling at you because he doesn't know that it's you. Or if you're touching their bum and they don't know that your hand is there and they do that and they growl at you and they make that sniffing noise, it basically means that they're just immediately going into that defense mode and they don't know it's you. So, be gentle with your hedgehog and just recognize that that's what they do. All hedgehogs do it. It's not just your hedgehog. Some hedgehogs are more grumpy than others. But if you're getting really ticked off and you think that your hedgehog's doing it a little bit more than, is normal, then it's probably a sign that you're not handling your hedgehog enough. You're going to want to take your hedgehog out. In my other videos, I talk about it, but you're going to want to spend at least an hour a day with your hedgehog. If you ignore your hedgehog for a few days in a row, it's going to be more grumpy than normal. And it's going to growl at you more because it doesn't recognize you. And it's used to spending more time on its own than it is with you. So always keep that in mind. When a hedgehog growls, it's just because that's how they naturally defend themselves. It's nothing personal.